The moon is Prakriti or nature. So see, this word Prakriti is opposed to the word Purusha. Purusha means the cosmic being. So it means like, well, you could say it means in the yoga tradition like Brahman. It means the universal soul, which is the sun. But the moon is Prakriti. It means you know, the manifest world, the world that we see. So, and the moon has the capacity to sustain life as well as destroy it. It nurtures and encourages growth. Sorry, I've lost control of the arrow key again. So, see, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Moon in your chart is the key planet as it relates to your emotional health. So emotions are a key thing with the moon, well-being and happiness. And moon is the mind, and the transiting moon reflects the possible state of mind. Okay, so transiting is something we'll talk about later, but it's very good for now to go out at night and see if you can find the moon and try to observe the path that the moon takes through the sky. And if you look at the sun going through the sky during the day, you will see that the two paths are not the same. They are not parallel. So it means that, you know, the moon will cross over the path of the sun. But of course, you have to remember where the sun was during the day, then go out at night and see where the moon goes. So it takes a little bit of observation, but I've done this, and then you can get more of a connection. And it's not just me, it's my teacher says the same thing. It's good to know where the moon is. And later we'll talk about the 27 star constellations, and the moon goes through one of those constellations every day. And so we'll get to that a little bit later. Okay, and okay, so here's the story of Soma, the god of the moon. So it relates to his 28 wives, which are the nakshatras, and these are the stars, and they're said to be the daughters of Daksha Prajapati, who was, I guess, a sage at that time. And Soma is a male figure. He lives with one wife a day. His favorite wife is Rohini, which is in Taurus. And so that's why the moon is exalted in Taurus. The moon, though, is actually exalted in Kritika. So it's the nakshatra before Rohini. Okay, why that is, I can't tell you, but I just remembered that because my moon happens to be in Kritika and it's exalted there. Okay, so it means the moon is strong there. So the other wives, jealous of his love for Rohini, complained to their father. And so you see, both Rohini and Kritika are in the sign Taurus. And so this father gave a shrap, and a shrap is like a curse. So he cursed the moon, and Soma began to wilt away. That means he was like dying. And the wives realized their mistake as they had got their own husband cursed. They asked their father to remove the curse. And Prajapati could not do so, as a shrap once given cannot be taken away. So he modified the shrap so moon would die each month and be reborn. And this became the waxing and waning phases of the moon. Okay, so everybody okay so far? So it's good just to understand about the motion of the moon, right? And when you look at the sun, let's say, I'm here on the earth, right? And I'm looking, the sun is rising over that direction in the morning. And then, right now, I can't tell you exactly where the moon is. We can look on a chart and see. But if the moon is with the sun, of course, the moon is very close to the earth. So if this is the earth and this is the moon, right, they're close together compared to how far the sun is, right? And of course, the earth is going around the sun, right? But when the moon comes over to this side of the earth, then we say that's a new moon. And then like 15 days later, the moon will have gone to the other side of the earth. And when we look at the moon, we see the full reflection of the sun. So that's a full moon, right? So this is the basic idea. Okay, when the mind is strong, it gives potency to the horoscope. And so the mind is like the key aspect of Jyotish. So moon is used as a separate ascendant in Vedic astrology. So that means you can look at where your moon is and you can treat that as if it's your rising sign. And so many people will talk about what their moon sign is. So I happen to have my ascendant is the same as my moon sign. They're both Taurus. A strong moon can override many problems in life. Purity of mind is essential for spirituality. And so the moon represents the total mind, not just the subconscious mind. Many times we think of it that way. We think that it's just that part of the mind, like I said, that's very secret, and we don't see it. But the moon also has this capacity to give us, like spiritual progress. So if we can control the mind, we use the higher mind. So we use, the intellect more, and we also use intuition. So there's actually three levels of the mind: subconscious, then the conscious, and then the superconscious. And then most of us struggle with the moon, even if he is strong in the chart, right? And it's because mainly of the subconscious, which is the kind of the part of the mind that most people use nearly all the time. They say like 90 to 95% of our functioning is subconscious. The moon waxes and wanes and so does the mind. The life on earth is controlled by the mind. Its many shades are reflected in our psyche. Moon's position in the chart and remedial measures to manage the mind are essential to our happiness. Okay, and we'll talk about remedial measures later, but it generally means being aware of our mental state in this case. For the moon, it's the mind. So we have to become aware of our emotions and aware of what we are thinking, if it's negative, if it's positive, and so on. The mind by nature is always changing. While we cannot and do not want to stop the mind. Okay, so we say in yoga that we do want to stop the mind. Okay, so I did not write this, but Comilla wrote this. And what she means is normally we don't like to stop the mind. We want to just allow the mind to run. And it's fluctuating quality. So what we can do is direct its activity in a positive way. Okay, so that's another thing that's in the yoga tradition. It's directing energy in a positive way. We call it sublimation, not repression, not holding back the energy of the moon.